In a van.
All right.
Oh, this is humming. Are we live? Okay, so, you panning out?
I'm going around.
Are you really? Look how cool this is. Okay, everybody, we got people watching, huh? On the line. Chris, is it on the regular? You should see the checks we have to do before we start this. Okay, everybody, welcome to Festool live from Hartville. I'll get this right. Hardware and Lumber here in Hartville, Ohio. How'd I do?
Perfect.
Thank you so much. It's Friday, right? And I know it's 12 noon because I've been working all morning in the booth. Holy moly, was it busy up there, huh? I met some new friends. I saw some old friends. And guess what? We're going to have some fun today. So let's introduce, I'm not going to introduce the whole room. Boy, it's usually like 4 of us. Look at everybody. Okay, so right here, follow me, unit. Behind the camera, we got the unit. This is our road crew, my dream team, our dream team. Right here, we have Travis, Jesse. Over here, right, oh, look at this. He's got a scroll for me. Right over here, we have Garrett, Fumio, Sato.
Well,
look,
you remember this, right? You're old, so this is the scroll.
Oh my God. Can you guys feel the love? Oh my goodness gracious. Okay, so. Did I say thank you to Hartville and the whole family and everybody who works here? I said we're at Hartville, right? Okay, so everybody who helped us out yesterday set up today. We had Ralph presenting and Ernie Conover presenting. Now, I guess I'm doing a presentation for Festool Live. This has been a wonderful experience. This is our 3rd or 4th year here. We finally get it all worked out. We have an entire crew here. Do we get a view this way? Look at this crew, man. This is awesome. So, hey, next year, everybody who's on the line, make sure you get here. It's wonderful. There's so much stuff going on upstairs. And when I designed what we're going to talk about today is the Domino Deep Dive. Did I cover everything I needed to, unit?
Yep.
Okay.
Brent.
Oh, and on the line, we have Brent answering all your questions. Woo! Okay. No Minnie and no Spacky. Okay. They wouldn't let Minnie come with us, so it's too bad. Okay, so no hiccups. There's a limited edition upstairs in the booth. It's been available for a while, and it's the Domino DF500 with some tenon pack, and also the DF700. Now, when I looked at all of this and I knew when we were going to be here, I said there's a few things. There's one thing in there that I don't think a lot of folks have knowledge on. I don't think I've ever covered it in Festool Live. So I went back and I started looking at all the Domino Festool Lives. And I go, I know I've done this. I couldn't find it. So that's what this is. It's a lot of tips and tricks that I probably haven't covered. So let's have some fun today. And remember, stay afterwards and I'll answer all your Domino questions. I kind of know a wee bit about this system. Okay. All right. Enough of that. Wow, get rid of my phone. All right. In that kit, that limited edition, you can get this anyhow. If you got a Domino already, you can go and get one of these. Does anybody know what we call this? Did you know this was available? Because there's sometimes in training classes, I used to pop something out and show people, and they go, when are you coming up with that? And I'd go, 8 years ago. Okay, it's called a handrail accessory fence. And every time I pick this up, I think about our corporate headquarters and training facility in Windlingen, Germany. And I went through a training on this in 2009. And every single time I pick this up, I go, because I was there's 40 of us trainers being trained on this. And they kept showing this, and they were going like this with the machine and putting it on like this to do a 45 and put it on. And I kept nudging the other trainer from the US. I don't get it. I don't get it. He goes, you will when you use it. He goes, because I don't either. All right, so today, it's for doing round stock. Okay, and I was thinking about this, and I go, oh, I'm going to do a presentation out there, and I'm going to look at everybody, and they're going to go, I don't get it. Okay, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to pass this around. Because everybody I was asking, how do you clamp that round piece? How do you align it? And I'm going to go through how to do all of this and how to put a domino and connect, say, a handrail return. Okay, so it's a V groove. You guys all, gals, all have these on your drill presses to drill round stock, don't you? Okay, and when you put it on here, you're going to see, I'm going to pass this around so you can, okay, it actually locks in because of the facet here in the V groove here. So I'm going to start this and pass it around. Now, I do expect to get this back because I got to do a presentation tomorrow. All right? Big pockets here. All right, so what I'm going to do is I am going to switch it up because I'm going to grab this and you can use that one. I just took the piece I wanted to do. All right. As I go through this, there's a lot of other little tips and tricks I'm going to show you that I've learned over the years of using the domino. Okay. Let's get started. No, sir.
East Coast.
Maine.
There you go.
Okay, so when I break this apart, that never gets old, does it? Ever. Okay. I always define the fence. And I'll talk quite a bit about the fence over the course of several applications today. This part here, okay, we define as the base, this square part here. There's tons of references on this. I'll use it today. Because from the base to the center of any domino bit is 10 millimeters. Okay, this part here, wow, this is a good crowd today. This part right here, my parents used to call me a ham. No kidding. Okay, this part right here, we call the plate. And I would say the lion's share of the time, I always lay the plate on the material I'm going to mortise. Okay? So, I'm going to take this, I cut these at 45. Okay, this is difficult to do in any kind of other means of joinery. With that handrail accessory fence, you guys all getting that as you pass it over? How it kind of locks in?
Is this supposed to show up on one of the screens right now?
No, no.
This is not live.
No.
The other one was.
I'm so sorry.
It's all right. Yeah.
Okay, so when I set this at 45, okay, I can do that, but I'm going to put the handrail accessory fence on first. Okay, I put some white out in here. All right, that's the center line. See that? And you can help align it. But I put some white out in there. I use my Pica. I'm going to take that and slide it on. Okay, just like that. And I'm going to take it and lock it in. Then I'm going to set it at 45. Just like this. Okay? All right, now how the heck do I decide where I'm going to put a domino tenon in here? Okay? That's the difficult part, isn't it? And it really isn't once you understand the fence. So, what I'm going to do today is I'm going to use, I installed this bit back in the lab, an 8x40 in there. So I'm going to grab an 8x40 domino. If you understand the dominoes, 8 is always the thickness, okay? And then we got 4, 6, 5s, 8s and 10s for the 500. And that's the thickness, so you always got to change the bit. The length is important because this is 40 millimeters long. So what I like to do, just to eyeball it, is I'm going to scribe or measure this out, and I need a little help here. What's half of 40? Who said that? Man, you're really good at metric. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to introduce for today's show, Mr. Metric. Okay.
1 inch equals 25.4 millimeters.
Wow. Wow. And don't you ever forget that
I was
.4.
in industrial distribution for 30 years. I learned this stuff 50 years ago.
I figured.
And I'm not that big.
So I'm going to mark this tenon at 20, and I'm going to do what? I'm going to eyeball it. Okay? So this is difficult. I am sorry, but I'll try to do this. So I'm going to bring it over, and I'm going to take that and split it like this. I don't want it to go through. I want it right about there where I call it the meat is in there of the tenon. Okay, you see that? That's why I don't want it up here, because I don't want it peeking through, because it'll be a through mortise. And you know what you got to do when you do that, right? You got to sell it for more. Okay, just like that.
Change the color of the domino.
Yeah. Yeah, because that's what the interior decorator ordered. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take it like this. I'm going to eyeball it where I want it. Right about here. Oh. And I got to hold it. Sorry, I'm fumbling and bumbling today. But I'll just take it like this and scribe a quick line across where I want it. Okay? The only thing I need is a line here and a line here. I only need one line. Because now I'm just going to take this. And you notice one thing though, when I set this up, I don't have the machine attached to this. I can do it all like this. It's a lot easier. Especially if you're doing it with a 700, the larger machine. That can be really bulky. Because when I line it up, I'm going to release the height here. This is the lever for the height. Okay, and this moves it up and down. We're going to place the plate with the handrail accessory fence attached. We're going to go from this top part here. So how do I get that scoped in? If we look on the 700, I'll bring this around so you can say it. Right here is a milled flat. You see that? There's a milled flat right here. That's the center line of my domino cutter. Any cutter I put in there, 5, 4, whatever. See the little milled flat right here? You got one going around, you can actually see it right here. That's the center line. See it? See it? Good? Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take that, put that in, and scope it in, just like this. So I could take that, put it in, and line it right up. And it doesn't have to be perfect. I'll take it, get it right where I want it. Right about there. Okay? And then I can mess around and probably put it closer to the top, which I probably will right now, just because of, I'll probably put it up closer here. And then what I do is I line it right up here and eyeball it to the center of the flat. And then I'll take it like this, bring it in, eyeball it like that, and then hold it like that, drop that like that, and lock it in. And I just want to do a quick verification. That's exactly where I want it. See that second line I made right there? And that lines up with this flat right here. There's a little variance over, but it doesn't have to be perfect. Okay, I just get it milled right in. See the flat? It lines up with the line. All right, you can come up afterwards and see this, okay? I know we're not rushing, but kind of the optics aren't perfect. And now I'm just going to set this. Okay, hang on, what's half of 40? 20, so I'm going to set my depth here at 20. Okay. Now, the other thing, when I was in Germany, I was going, now how do I clamp it to make this happen? It's easy. That's all I need, because when I put this on here, wrong one, it actually holds it perfectly in tension. See that? So I can just bump it up against the stop like that and plunge and make the mortise. So Travis. I need to get this plugged in over here. See how prepared I was today? I'm gonna. Somebody asked where I got these 3D printed Festool ones. Did you see it? See it? Do you know you guys can all get this? Free? The plans are on, where are they? On our website, right? Our website. In the knowledge base. So we give you, if you have a 3D printer, you can download it. Isn't that cool? All right. Clean up a little. I got my plug-it cord right here. Hey, make sure that I got power. I do. I knew there was something I was supposed to do. All right, here we go. Woo, that's different. Okay, always remember when I put a plug-in cord in, full quarter turn. Let's see if it's working. Nice. I just like doing that. That's why when you do a trade show for Festool, you always travel with an extra one. So you mess with the other guy across the booth. Oh, and this wrench doesn't store on the tool. So make sure you never lose this. These, you can get them with replacement, they're $300. It's very special, okay. Okay, so I'm gonna take that, set it up like this. Make sure you feel the flat to the flat. Okay, now, this is a tip I'm going to give you all, okay? It's one of my favorite tips. I talk about it all the time. The domino truly does not move. But I hear people say, I make dry fit dominoes, okay? And they take the domino and they sand it like this, and they sand it like this. You've lost glue line, because this is where your glue line is, okay? What I suggest, and this is why I always carry either a hand plane or a hand sanding block, I knock the outside rib off, okay? Because there's a little rib that protrudes, and it was protruding pretty good on this one. I could take it with a block plane real quick, okay? Boy, Vic's got these set nice, okay? And put it in like this. And it goes in a lot easier. Has anybody ever struggled dry fitting dominoes? I know, Dunk, right? It's like you gotta have really big forearms for this. Yeah, but you can handle it. Okay, so when I put this together, okay, now I want you to notice something. When I hand this around, okay, I'm gonna hand it with another piece, because here's the true tip I wanna give you on this. Okay, I'll get one. Feel this as I pass it around, okay? And if you don't know this about Festool, if it doesn't go together right, there might be a little calibration needed in something. Or it's you. I joke around about this, but there's a lot of times I've seen people when I travel, they're upset. My domino doesn't work. My 1400 doesn't set up right. There's something wrong with my TS55. I always say, hey, you got a moment? There's a little tweaking here and there that you may have to do. 99% of the time you don't have to. So if you get a handrail accessory kit in one of these new limited editions, or you go and get the handrail accessory, I want you to feel this. Because some people may say, oh, that is close enough for government work. Okay, but feel this, you can sand this in. I know people go, oh, that's good, I'll just sand it in. Right? And by the way, we make really good sanders for it. Okay, but when you look at this, this came together perfect. I made the first one I'm passing around with that handrail accessory fence. Okay, now, where's the domino joiner? It didn't leave us? Okay. So Ed, no, look at the handrail accessory fence. I'll come over here with Ed. And on the side here, as I pass this around, right here, I'm sorry, right here by this screw is a 2.5 millimeter hex. And what that allows you to do is I pass it around, it allows you to take it and with a little trial and error, you can bring it right in so you get that perfect flush piece. And that's why on all my handrail accessory fences, this is my one that's my go-to, I have that white line on there so I can do that. Now, the only caveat to all of this is you have to use that 2.5. It has to be a Festool 2.5 hex. Okay?
300 bucks?
But you know what? I could see 250. Okay, so now listen. Don't buy a Festool tool and say it's not right. Call us. We have people online all Monday through Friday. We can answer your questions, okay? And now we have another resource. It's called Festool Live. I cover a lot of these things, okay? So please don't hesitate to call in and ask or email us, all right? Thank you. And that covers, no, I got lots more. Okay. All right. So that was the first topic. Let me see what the next one is. Oh, I wrote it right there. Good. How many people watched Festool Live before? Raise your hands. Okay. Has anybody ever noticed I write things all over the place so I remember it on the MFDs? I've been doing that my whole life. Okay, so I'm going to pop that off. Next one. This is one that I got the question 2 weeks ago, and I said I'll add that into the presentation. Okay, next. Let's see. Oh, to do this, you do need a Festool screwdriver. Okay, now. Here's one that a lot of pros don't know this. Do you folks know the difference between a posi drive and a Phillips? Yeah. Most people don't. Okay? A Phillips looks like this, right? Okay? A posi drive looks like this when you look at the top of the screw. I have an example to pass around, and you got these little marks on there, okay? And there's little splines in between those points of a normal Phillips. Where do you see these? I'll answer it. Right here. On any hinge out there. How many people here have a kitchen? Raise your hands. Good, good. Good, okay. Have you ever adjusted the hinges? You might think those are Phillips, and you cam them out, you strip them. But I'm going to pass these around, and if you look, get yourself a posi drive screwdriver for your kitchen, okay? And you can adjust all your hinges. Those hinges are so adjustable. You can create your reveals, okay? You can bring them forward, okay? And they call it yaw. You can do this with them, but it's with a posi drive. People get frustrated to it because it's a normal, they use a normal Phillips and it cams out. Hey, and you guys, a special VIP section, I got one for you to look at. Pass that around. Forget about it. Okay. So in saying that, I've heard the complaint before, there's a lot of screws on Festool that are not Phillips. I know, they're posi drive. So here's one for you that we get quite a bit. I'm doing a line of mortises with the Domino, and it seems like they start to drift off. Okay? They're not lining up at the end of the board. And what causes that, and somebody labeled it early on, they call it fence drift. Okay? And to remedy that, if you go home, you get a domino, you get one today, and this is the plate, right? And this is the height. That's how you set the height of the plate, okay? And this lever locks it down, okay? Well, sometimes it seats here and you need more registration on there to get a better bite. But you think, oh, this is bottomed out, that's enough. No, not really. So what I'll do is I'll take the screw here, it's a posi, I'll back it out, don't lose it. Okay, I'll take it like this. I'll take it out, and you can do that also with the same type of lever is on your bevel setting, but I'll take that off, and I'll, almost had to get another 300. Okay, and I'll show you, these are little hexes on here. See that? And what that does is if this is bottomed out, and you need more registration, you just take it and move it up. So now you can have more travel on the lever to get more force on the dovetailed keys. Follow that? That will eliminate fence drift. And I'll take this over here so you folks can see it. You see the little hexes right here? There's little hexes right here. Yeah. Okay, you take this off. Oh. And if that's bottomed out, when you get home and you get a domino,
right. Okay, I got it.
And you get fence drift, what you do is you just take it, say it's here, and you move it up to another set right here, and now you get more bite on there. Yep. Okay, and same thing with this lever here. Huh? No, it's not. It's just sometimes people overcrank things, and there's a little wear value in there, and we built in the option for wear. Yep. Tweakability. Now there's a good one there. I heard one the other day. I said, is that a word? And it was preciousness. Oh, boy, that would have been 100. Okay. So that is how you eliminate fence drift, and it's a common situation that some folks have. Okay. So next, this is one I thought I did in one of the Festool lives, but I'll do it now because Dunk was asking me this, and I went, this is a variation of it. Maybe I can do a couple different joints. How are we looking on time? What time is it? What time is it, Dunk? 28. 28? Okay. So I'm going to take a board, okay? I got a cabinet side. This is my side. This is a shelf, a fixed shelf, not an adjustable one. I'm going to put it right in the middle of the board, okay? I've seen people try layout maneuvers on this like I've never seen. So what I'm going to do is I'll show you a wicked easy way. I hope you all know this, because this is an easy way to build with the domino joiner, because I've already told you how earlier. Dunk, you're going to wait after, and I'm going to show you, because he's having a situation where he wants a perfectly flush butt joint. And if you've had a situation with that, hang out after. I've done this before, so I'll show you, okay? By the way, that's not the machine, Dunk. It's you. Oh, you can hear me. By the way, I used to get it my first year using this in 2007. I used to get it all the time. I used to get wicked frustrated. You don't have to. It's easy. Look, I label everything. This is the side of my cabinet, okay? And you see this line? That's going to be the top of my shelf, right? So I label top. This is my shelf, okay, and this is the top of my shelf. So I'm only going to do one side. So what I always remember in my head when I'm building, top to top. So I'm going to take this, go like this, bring it right down. I'll show you the lineup before I clamp it. But you'll see right here, that's the top line right there. See how I've lined it up? I bring it right in like this. I'll show you all over here. Okay, this is my side, this is my shelf. You see my line? I'll bring it right in. So I can do everybody here. There's the top of my shelf, that's my shelf. I bring it right in and that's my lineup. Okay, I'm basically using my shelf as one of my fences. So I'll take it over. Okay, and a clamp, oh, right here, handy dandy. Isn't that nice? Okay. Okay, I'm gonna use a 5x30 domino. I'm warming you up. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna switch the bit. I'm gonna take the 10, 8, I used an 8. Do you guys see the difference on that handrail that I'm passing around? Okay, good. Let's see, right over here I got them. Bam. Hey guys, and don't forget, before you leave, make sure you get a Dirk from Dayton sticker. We got plenty, okay? He likes that. Unit likes that. Oh, that's really nice. And that's special. Okay. Has anybody ever broken a domino bit before? Do you know why that happened? No. Plunging too quick. Okay?
I wanted to ask that.
Slow down. Let the machine do its job. Don't go slow motion, but just slow down. Good. By the way, you're in a good club. I've broken quite a few my first year. All right, so let's see. I'm gonna set the, I don't even need to set the height of the plate. And I'm just gonna take this, give me some room here, okay? What's half of 30? Wow, Mr. Metric is in the house. Ow! Okay, does anybody remember the dimension? I think I mentioned it. The distance from here to the center of every bit? 10 millimeter. Okay, good. So that's easy. So let's set it up. Getting a good angle, unit?
Trying.
You're the man. Okay, good. Okay. Let me use that flap, right? That's 37 millimeters in. Wow. When you get good at this, you can do it on one foot. No. No? Really? You've only heard it 852 times, Mr. Ben. Okay. Dominoes. That's your fixed shelf. How easy is that? Got it down to a T? No. No? Still no? No? Okay, good. Where can you work and have fun every day of your life? This is awesome. Okay. We're still doing good, huh? All right, let's keep going. Yeah.
You said that was 15 millimeters?
No. Distance from here on the 500 to the center is 10.
Yeah, I heard the 10, but what, the material's roughly...
No, I use a 5x30 domino. That's why I said 15. The plunge depth is 15.
Which is fine, but I'm saying the thickness of your material.
You don't need to know. Just as long, because this is 20 millimeters thick,
Okay,
20 millimeters thick. It works perfect, I'm sorry, it works perfect with 18 millimeter, 20 millimeter? Or what's 3/4 in millimeter?
That's roughly
19.247, something like that. Nail it. Okay, good. Okay, I think I'll do this because this is a fun one. Just recently I was doing some drawer boxes, and this is a nice feature on a drawer box, okay? It's a nice look, and it's really a nice look when you use 4-inch or, hello, I just lost everybody. Did I lose everybody? And where's my mic? Oh, right here, okay. Is this, oh, we're back? Okay, where this really looks good is when you're using 4-inch drawer stock, 100 millimeter drawer stock. You pull that out, you got great shear strength, you got a through tenon look, it's wicked easy. We've done several Festool lives on drawer boxes. Okay, I'll pass that around. I'm also gonna pass this around, okay? You check, you remember all the stuff I'm passing around?
No.
Oh, daggone it, me either. There's also a 4 millimeter domino. This is 12 millimeter stock or 1/2-inch stock. That's why we have a 4 millimeter. A lot of people will ask why. But what I wanted to do today for you is there's 2 ways to do this. To put another domino, and I use Sippo mahogany, it's our outdoor, but right in the middle here. Okay? See that? To put another one, so when somebody opens the drawer, it looks cool. It's decorative, but it's also got killer shear strength on there, and you get really good glue line. Okay? So what I do is I do a quick layout of, I do 20 from the top and 37 from the bottom. How do I get 20? And because I do them tight. Well, that's right here. Wherever I put, oh, right here where I put it. As you know, this is the support bracket. I'm going to be plunging vertical. When I plunge vertical, I always put the bracket on because it helps support the machine. Hence the name, support bracket. But recently, we did a video with this, and someone said, what are those? I always wondered what those were for. So, we'll use the flaps for one side. The distance on the flap to the center is 37 millimeters. And the distance, I'll show everybody over here, distance from the flap to the center is 37 millimeters. Okay? That also corresponds where your first hinge board hole for system holes is 37 from the front of your cabinet in. Okay, now there's a secondary, on here on the support bracket, there's a secondary flap. When I flip it down, now I have 20 millimeters. It's a reference point. I have 20 millimeters from here to the center. And that's how I got that piece. Okay, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut this deck open here, and I'll show you really quick how that's done. Perfect. So you'll get the gist. I'll just do it horizontally to show you how I got this front and back, and I'll pass it around. Then I'll show you how to get the center one. So there's a trick to this, and it's not really a trick. It's the proper setup of it. Oh boy, unit, you're gonna have a lot of cleanup. Okay, so this is 12 millimeter plywood, Baltic birch or cabinet drawer box stock, right? So when I set the height of my plate, okay, I take my gauge block here and I pull it all the way out. See that? Because it bottoms out at half of 12, which is what? Man, he's good at this metric stuff. So I set this down here and I lock it in. Now here's the little finesse I have on this. Do not take it and jam it down and lock it, because those flaps will hold up. Especially this one. This is the one that always sticks. See that? See how it's sticking in? Okay, so what I tell everybody when I set it, I just take this, I set it down, and I lock it in. And you can read it right here. It says 6 millimeter on the scale. Okay, don't jam it, just let it fall down on top of the flaps. So now my flaps are operational. I'm gonna use a simple mahogany domino, so it's a 5 by 30 because it's going through. I'll just take it like this. Get a couple clamps and I label everything. Okay, so this is my top. So I'm gonna label 20, 37, and H is for horizontal. Because if you have a boatload of these to do, you can get so turned around, and this is my outside. So this is what I want. And Dunk, afterwards, when I show you to do the butt joint, you have to label it. That's how you get it flush, because I can tell you what you were doing. You were going from the inside out. I go from the outside in. You'll see in a minute. I made that mistake so many daggone times. You know what I did? I sent my domino in for repair. 4 times. And I looked at Lester and I went, it's gotta be the machine. And he'd go, no, it's you. Machine checks out. So I had to figure it out. And it's a common question. Okay, so here we go. Now, I'm gonna use the 37, I'm gonna use the flap. Make sure I get everything set. Okay, now, when you do this, and here's a real big safety factor, the machine is completely off, because I'm going to be going near the blade, and what I want to do is take this and bring the flap down. There's a reason I'm telling you this. When you have a lot of drawer box stock to do, you get complacent. Okay, because you're flip-flopping this back and forth on all your material. And that cutter in this hole right here is right at the very edge. And boy, that cuts a really shallow groove to scare the Snickers off of you. Ask me how I know. Every time I flip that now, this machine is completely off, and since then I have taught everybody to do that. It's not worth it, okay? So now I'm gonna take that 20, let the machine do its work, and plunge in the back of the machine. Every time I work with a domino and I do this, I kind of go, afterwards I go, phew, it worked again. And I'll start this over here. And you can see that's how I got the 20 and the 37 on the side of the box. And then the other 2 for the sides are just a vertical plunge. I'm gonna do a vertical plunge now to put one in the very middle. I've got this box completely glued up, okay? Yes, I could have put the cross stops on and actually measured this. But I've made a few mistakes in the past doing that. So what I'm gonna do, because I want it centered in between them, okay? I'm just gonna plunge the entire length, okay? And if you hang in there, I'll show you. So let's do a little math. What's half of 128? Oh, you got a calculator for that one, don't you? 64. Okay, hey, you're doing good, my friend. 64. Okay, 64. So I'm gonna make a mark here, and I'm gonna bring it out. I'll show you that as well. Hey, did we bring that prototype? I think we did. So, okay. Everybody at home sweating. So I might have to break the prototype tool out. It actually is not a prototype tool, it's an idea I sent to Germany. I'll show you, if you hang in there, I'll show you that in a few minutes. Okay, so I have that line scribed right there, and I'm going to place a tight domino right in between. Okay, so I am going to, let's see if I can do this. If you look at all the bits, bam, you got a 5, a 6, an 8, a 10, and a 4 millimeter. I'm going to start passing this around. I want you to know the difference on the 5, because that's what I'm using now. It's tapered. It starts and it comes down at the very end. It flares out. Okay? I can't use the whole cutter for this. And you'll understand. You may run into this someday. But I'm going to set the full plunge to utilize the full 30 millimeter domino in length. But I don't want that flute to come in and mar the top of my box. So I'm going to bring it down and just touch off. Okay? So you see what I'm doing. It's easy to do because there's an actually scribed center line here on the support bracket. All right? And if you can't see all of this, come up afterwards. I'll show you. I'm just going to get a couple of clamps on this just because I'm in front of all of you. Okay, good. Get a clamp in here. All right, let's do this, and then we'll get a wrap going. Okay, so, okay, something fell off. Is that back on? All right, so I gotta take the flap out here. Here we go. And I'm gonna set it up here and bring it right in. There's a couple viewing windows. I can cut it like that, and then I can bring it in like this. When you turn on the domino in the vertical position, don't go like this because that bit can come down and cut and ruin your work. You guys get the best view on this? Finally, right? When you turn on the domino, don't put your fingers all the way in there. Just grab it here and pinch it on. That way there it won't plunge into your work. Okay? Okay, see it's bottomed out now? Okay, good. So when I do glue ups, I put a little glue on here. There's little wells on your domino, and I take it, I tap it in, and it wicks to the adjacent surfaces. I have never had a glue failure like that. Okay, so I'm gonna get a dead blow hammer. That doesn't look good. Okay, and it only goes in so far. Oh, you know why? Oh, Brian, Mr. Sedge. Okay, good thing I got my Festool pliers. Well, I'll show you. Here's the beauty of the Festool Domino. I'm going to set it at 28, which I didn't. That's why. And I'm going to remortise it. Let's see. There, it's bottoming out. I know I brought that hammer. Give me a second. I got a dead blow here. Okay. Where'd you go? Where's my wide, large ones? Do you see those? My L's? Oh. Doctor. Okay, see? See how that's a little... So here was my idea. It's in Germany. My cordless flush cut saw. See that? I got two it's cordless. It's 2 AAA batteries. Okay. Oh, no? Okay. I always come up with good ideas. Okay, look. When you have a flush cut saw, it's a certain set. And you can flush cut that. Someone asked me one time, you'll ruin the finish. No, you won't. And let's see how I did. And you get to see how that works. Not bad? One of these days I might do this for a living. Okay. So I'll leave that right there or right here so you guys can all see it. What do we have for time?
12:50.
No way. Does anybody know what our longest Festool Live was? He does. What was it, unit?
Parallel edge guys.
No, LR32.
Or, yeah.
We just hit 1 hour. So that was fun. Okay. Mr. Sato, make sure you all hang around. We got some special stuff for you all. Okay? Good.
Your first scroll.
Oh my God. 10 commandments. Oh my God. Why did you guys do this? You love to make things difficult for me.
Drop it.
Okay. We have Rick from sunny Blackpool, UK. Robert from South Devon, England. Ruben from South Africa. Edwin, Big Island, Hawaii. Oh, that's Big Island Ed. Garrett, you lived on the Big Island, huh? You grew up there? No? Okay. Mike M. Why is he saying this? He's like trying to throw me off. Mike M. Oh, no, you grew up on Oahu. Oh, okay. Okay. We have Mike M. from Austin, Texas. Mike Merrill's from Paris, France. Christopher from Malta. He's always there. Chris from Minneapolis. Joe from Waseca, Illinois. Joe from Akron, Ohio. You're not on here. Okay, but you're here. Jacob from Rhode Island. Mark from Woodcraft, Springfield, Virginia. Andrew from Maumee, Ohio. Kelsey from Eaton, Georgia. Rob from Cinnaminson, New Jersey. Oliver from Southern California. Soren from Denmark. Amir from Bartlett, Illinois. We got Mark from LA, California. Merlin from Walla Walla, Washington. Blake Weber from Nevada, California. Christine Anderson from Indianapolis. Hey, how you doing, Christine? Good to see you, babe. We got Jason and Yana from Granite Falls, Washington. Derek from Harrogate, England. We got Paul, Cheryl, and Sam from Anthem, Arizona. Marvin from Holland, Michigan. That's marvelous, Marvin. We got Guy, Dog Woodworking, Taylor, Michigan. Welsh Rabbit, David, and Gwen. They're here. All right. The Embreys. Justin Walker, Texas Ranger, HQ. Woodcraft, Dayton. Yeah, baby. I know somebody from Dayton. Hi, Stephanie. How are you? We have Petri from Yolavi, Finland. Tim from Roberge, Houston, Texas. Spactrician, that's Willie. Johnny from Hoffman Estates, Illinois. Michael from Edmonton, Alberta. Kurt from Rochester, Michigan. Warren from Batavia, Ohio. Greg from Minnesota. Russell from Chichester. We have Captain Kirk from Georgia. That guy's wicked cool, man. Yeah, he is. He turned that bowl for us for number 200. What a cool guy. Stefan from Augsburg, Germany. Doug from Zionsville. How you doing, Doug? Good? Good. Okay. Hey, Aronzo from Mississauga, Ontario. Stockholm. East Petersburg, PA. Jurgen from the Netherlands. Hey, you guys, I don't know if you ever watched the board at all, but there's these knuckleheads in North Wales. Okay? I'm serious, okay? And I love you. I say that with all the love. But they do this. Look at this. All of these letters that don't make any sense, but I think they're all having a pint or two and seeing if I can pronounce this. Okay, so let me go. And they're all over there going. Amawad and Efler Nued from Lalafair, Portagangil, North Wales.
Yeah.
Cheers. Okay, we have Stefan from Bellevue, Nebraska. We have Gerald from Derrida, LA. Klaus from Denmark. Paul from Reading, Berkshire, UK. Dan Maman from Kingman, Arizona. John from Westphalia, Vermont. Jevin from Oklahoma. Joe and Katie. Back row at Hartville, there you are. All right, I know you guys. Johnny O from Atco, New Jersey. Cal from Dallas, Texas. Robert from Hamburg, Germany. John from Denmark. Mark from Krimpen aan de Lek, Netherlands. I looked that one up. Dave from Portland, Oregon. Jason from Fenton, Michigan. Merlin Phillips. Roll from La Vega, Netherlands. Gail from Eden, New York. Eric from Huntsville, Alabama. David from Bellefontaine, Ohio. Dale from Hillsdale, Michigan. Paramaribo, Suriname. Skip from San Diego, California. Chipotle from the HQ. Michael from Winchester, Virginia. Bermuda, Steve. Boy, Minnie spells better than you, dude. Blue Candle Woodworking, Las Vegas. You did that on purpose. Nevada. Andrew from Babylon, New York. John from Las Vegas. Apina from Finland. Mark from Anaheim, California. Engineer Mike from New Hyde Park, New York. Michael R. from Germany. Gator G from Olympia, Washington. Amsterdam's here. Daniel, Baratow, Switzerland. Jeff from Sarasota Springs, New York. Monty from Canton, Connecticut. Johnny from Knoxville, Tennessee. Jim B. Was that Johnny Knoxville? You never know, huh? Okay, Jim B. from Greenbrier, California. Victor from Tranås, Sweden. Hoxton from London, UK. It never amazes me, especially Australia. It's usually 1 in the morning. People in the UK are watching. People everywhere are watching. It's wicked cool. John and John from New Jersey. Okay, never mind. We have Sarago from Clara Vista, California. Mike from Newport, Rhode Island. We have Min-Mins watching. Woohoo! We love you, baby. We have Willie from Freeville. Sam from New Paltz, New York. Stephen from Virginia. Boy, reading this, Minnie, I really do miss you. We have Mr. Jeff Covey from Michigan. We have Keith from Bozeman, Montana. We have Rico from Denmark and Peter from Powhatan, Virginia. Wow, that's a lot of folks. And we have all of you. Wow. Huh?
Sorry about your luck.
It's all right. It's all right. So this is going to be a wrap. Once again, I want to thank all the helpers, everybody who helped us move in, get us ready for this, from Hartville, the staff, also the ownership. We want to thank them for allowing us to do this. This is a wonderful place to hang out and shop and buy Festool. And I want to thank each and every one of you for being here. I really appreciate it. I know Chris does, and Travis, and everybody. Titus, thank you for everything. We're going to have a great weekend. We do wish you were here, but we're hanging out for a while, getting some questions answered. So next year, be here, be square. And once again, I always say this, we love you.